The Colosseum, centerpiece to a vast industry of propaganda and entertainment. Ancient Romans flocked here in their thousands to be amazed by the empire's most legendary stars, gladiators. But one Colosseum legend is cloaked in mystery. Were giant sea battles staged inside the arena?
The Colosseum was a real showpiece, so I think it's not improbable at all that the Romans would hold such a sea spectacle.
How could this stadium possibly be filled with battleships? There's a clue buried right next to the Colosseum. A 3-foot wide tunnel that runs right beneath the walls. Archaeologists believe that it may feed into a labyrinth of strange, shallow channels. Channels that lead to the center of the arena. Could these be the remains of a gigantic system with the power to flood the Colosseum with water? So the emperor could stage full-blown sea battles, the ultimate display of Roman might and ingenuity. The legend of the Colosseum sea battles comes from a single ancient text. It describes the arena flooding in a matter of hours. How could this be possible? High up in the mountains outside Rome, Valerie Higgins is trying to find the answer. She starts at one of Rome's famous aqueducts, the Aqua Claudia. It's the biggest of 11 giant channels that piped water into the ancient city.
We want to understand how much water could go through it. We want to understand how it delivered water into Rome. How difficult is it for the Romans to fill an arena?
Helping Valerie is Adriano Morabito, an expert in Roman subterranean tunnels. This ancient aqueduct once channeled fresh water 46 miles into the center of Rome.
Along here, we can see the level of the water going along.
Maximum half a meter of water. And then the rest was just empty. Obviously, it was going down by gravity, not by pressure.
Valerie wants to work out whether this aqueduct could have supplied enough water to fill the Colosseum in just a few hours.
What we would like to do is measure the height of the aqueduct and then measure it in another place as well, so we can work out the gradient.
The slope of the tunnel floor will help them calculate how fast water flowed into Rome.
So here is 110, and there is 87. So we have a 23 centimeters difference in 9 meters.
But what they find is a very gentle slope, a gradient of only 1 in 40.
They didn't actually want the gradient to be too steep. Water that's flowing too fast erodes the structure.
Valerie's work shows the water here would have flowed far too slowly to fill the Colosseum as the legend describes.
It's an extraordinarily large arena. It isn't filled very high. It's only filled to like 1.5 meters, but nevertheless, it's really hard to imagine water coming through here, filling the Colosseum.
But Valerie believes the aqueduct may not tell the whole story. She thinks there may be a crucial piece missing from this complex puzzle of Roman plumbing. Multiple aqueducts, 11 in total, channeled fresh water directly into ancient Rome. Valerie's theory is that when the Colosseum was built, a huge water tank was added somewhere near the amphitheater. The tank stored enough water to flood the Colosseum in one shot. Beneath the amphitheater, the network of circular channels distributed the stored water quickly and evenly into the arena floor, ready for a spectacular sea battle. Then, 4 huge drainage channels opened to flush the water away again, in time for the next games. But if a giant storage tank was the key to filling the Colosseum with water, where is it? With the help of Dr. Matteo Baroni, Valerie follows the route of the aqueduct through urban Rome. Near the Colosseum, she discovers the partial remains of a much larger structure that once existed here. Could this be the missing piece of the jigsaw?
We have some remains of a monumental fountain. What is interesting about the monumental fountain is there was a water storage unit in it.
Valerie thinks the original structure is now missing, but would have been big enough to hold the 3.5 million gallons needed to fill the Colosseum.
We've got the Colosseum over there, so this could quite easily be diverted to be used in the Colosseum.
But it would have to flow fast to do the job in just a few hours. She makes one final measurement to work out the slope between the tank and the floor of the Colosseum.
It's 6 meters difference between here and the Colosseum.
It's very steep going down here. It descends quite fast. You could get a big hydraulic pressure from here that would push the water into the Colosseum very quickly. So I think it's a feasible proposition.
Thanks to the ingenuity of Roman water engineers, the Colosseum staged spectacles that became legendary across the